because it's unfortunate that for more than 30 years of our independence, we didn't have diplomatic relations with Saudi Arabia. It's unfortunate for many, many reasons, but first of all, Saudi Arabia is a very important, very influential, and very, very prominent state, a guardian of a faith of Islam. And Armenia being given a small state, but we are the first Christian state. And if we look back in our history, even the 30 years, Armenians were coming to Saudi Arabia, working in Saudi Arabia, and being successful in Saudi Arabia, many Armenians from worldwide. And I think there was, according to me, there was no really a fundamental problem why we didn't have diplomatic relations. So instead of going back to too long, about 30 years, I will just start probably when I became President of the Republic of Armenia, and one of my first goals that I had in mind was to really establish diplomatic relations with Saudi Arabia. And I found a very good resonance with His Majesty, King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, and His Royal Highness Prince Mohammed bin Salman, because we started communications, writing to each other letters, be that on national, religious, or state events, and very courteous, very respectful, very deep. That established specific relations. Eventually, in our communications, we started talking about the possibility of having diplomatic relations, and the first understanding and agreements were, in fact, in the old style. Because in this new world, people prefer to write a text on or SMS or in WhatsApp, but this was classical, old-style, beautiful letters. That, as you said, when you are looking for a historic event, you have to be basically serious in your. And eventually, as the peak of these communications was my visit to Riyadh. And my discussions, although not very lengthy, with His Royal Highness Mohammed bin Salman were very specific. First of all, it was a discussion about the respect of two sides to each other, as a nation, as a state, as an individuals as well. And then the second thing, I think, we spoke about our diplomatic relations. And basically, both sides, we agreed that de facto, in reality, our diplomatic relations starts with that visit. And I've made invitations for the State Minister and Foreign Minister of Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and of course to His Royal Highness to visit Armenia in the future. And of course, we agreed that we are on a path of opening embassies and sending our ambassadors to each other. And the third most important part of our discussion was focused on the future. And I was very happy to find, with my discussions with His Royal Highness, that he's very focused into future of his country, future of the region, future of the Gulf, and future of the world. And it's not only because he shared with me his ambitions to develop new Saudi economy, starting from tourism up to new energy and so on, but also his focus on high technology, high tech, which is something that I consider it's a must for everybody, especially for my country like Armenia, because Armenia, unlike Saudi Arabia, doesn't have big natural resources like oil or gas, but it has huge natural resource, which is called human resource. In several very successful Gulf states like Saudi, like Emirates, or like in Qatar, they are investing huge amounts of money now in education, science, and technology, and that's right, because that's the future of humanity, be that artificial intelligence, mathematical modeling, or biotechnologies. And I found in Mohammed bin Salman someone who is really focused on something that I do believe is the right thing to do. And it's the right thing to do for Armenia. I met a lot of people, But the biggest and the most important factor for me is the discussions that I had, first of all, with His Royal Highness, with his vision, because I do believe in his honesty as a leader of the state, where he is leading his state and his nation. And that's, I think, in the very right direction. And the same with State Minister, who is a very prominent diplomat. I think I was really satisfied what I saw, which was even me being so informed was even better or more advanced than what I saw. And also especially when we were speaking about the future of both our nations that should be in new ways, new technology, new behavior. Yes, both sides, both in Saudi Arabia and in Armenia, we have to work hard in order to educate our people as well. Saudi Arabia is better known in Armenian diaspora because a lot of them being American, Lebanese, they have been visiting, doing business in Saudi Arabia. So they know better, but locally here, of course, we have, because there are stereotypes, as you said. The same is in Saudi Arabia. Probably they think about Armenia in a specific way which doesn't have anything to do with reality. So opening doors, diplomatic relations, not only diplomatic, but cultural relations, economic relations, tourism, I mean, that will help. There's so much to show